Warriors, sorcerers and fellow patriots, welcome back to Mo's Kingdoms. Guardian Mo's back online with another video. So Nigel Farage has exposed himself yet again with how cowardly and weak he is in regards to mass deportations, or lack thereof of mass. What he's going to do, he spoke about this at the Birmingham conference. He made that whole speech about how he's going to deport illegal migrants in the thousands. And he says, anyone who comes here on a boat, on the back of a lorry, on the back of a truck or whatever, anyone who comes here illegally will have to be deported. Now, if we pay attention to what he's actually saying, okay, he wants to deport the people who are coming in here, shoring up to our country illegally, being housed in 5-star luxury hotels, right? But the problem is, you don't just have to deport illegal migrants, Farage, who are coming here. You've got to deport the illegals who are already in here in this country. What you should have said was that you would deport all illegal migrants, including those who are coming to this country, who are being smuggled here illegally. Young fighting age men who don't even bring their mothers, their families, their children, their wives, because they're nothing but asylum scammers. Okay, they're not fleeing from war. They're here to spread the caliphate. They're here to spread jihad here in the UK. And we need to deport the ones who are illegals roaming on our streets, who are currently here in the UK. We need deportations of all illegals currently in the UK. And that includes those 40,000 Islamists that are on MI5's watch list. What about them? They got to be detained and deported. You also got to work on deporting asylum scammers, as I've just said, who are setting up Turkish barber businesses, American candy stores, and people working in dodgy takeaway restaurants. You know the ones I'm talking about, okay? Those dodgy takeaway restaurants with dingy lights, with barely a customer in sight, and are always still open, okay? People in this country who are illegals need to be deported because they are handling black market businesses in the UK. They are a stain in our country. They are not welcome in this country. They are machete gangs roaming the streets. There are people wielding knives and slashing at people, calling Alan Stackbar, and thanking the Lord Allah for committing the most heinous crimes. Our children are being terrorised and sexually exploited, sexually assaulted by Pakistani R gangs. Our children are not safe. Our communities are not safe. A lot of towns and cities in the UK are becoming shitholes because of culturally diverse people who have failed to integrate into our society. Their values are completely incompatible with our British values, our Christian way of life, our customs. They are foreign values. They are Islamic values. They don't belong in this country. Those are the types of people that you need to support, Mr. Farage. If you're going to stand up to the real enemies in this country, and if you're going to really stand up, like genuinely support British people, this is what you have to say. There is no two ways about this. You've got to be clear-cut, focused, and concentrated on mass deportations. Those two clear words: mass deportations of all illegals, and including legals who commit all sorts of crimes, and even people who don't even integrate into our culture, because they're the ones who are creating problems in this country, committing countless terrorist incidents, ramming cars into people, slashing at people's throats, acid attacks, setting explosives on buildings and hotels, and causing all sorts of chaos in this country. There's mosques being built every second. There's people praying on the streets in the name of Allah and shouting at Alan Snackbar. The list just goes on and on. I can't seem to put my words together in the right place. But anyhow, Nigel Farage is not the type of man who will save this country, because he's made it clear it's completely it's not feasible to deport hundreds of thousands of migrants. It's not possible. He said it out of his mouth, and he's completely soft on mass deportations. He's not the one to deport hundreds of thousands of illegal migrants being housed in five-star luxury hotels, the ones running the machete gangs, the ones running the grooming gang scandals, and this and that. And actually, you know what? I have a suggestion for you, Mr. Farage. Why don't you take some inspiration from Donald Trump and start imitating his approach to this side of things? Deport illegals, Muslims, okay, people of the religion of peace who subscribe to that side, to that kind of sick, disgusting ideology. Just bring a halt to the migration from all Islamic countries: Syria, Lebanon, Turkey, what else? Afghanistan, Pakistan, whatever. Just bring a sudden halt to migration and let's start solving the problem on the inside of the UK. Just put up a wall and stop illegal migration. Stop the boats, stop the lorries. Put up a wall around this country, enforce our borders, then we can start solving the problem inside of our country and start separating the wheat from the chaff and start rooting out the people who are causing trouble in this country, setting up mosques and dodgy takeaway restaurants, Turkish barbers, asylum scammers, people who don't belong in this country. This is what we need, Mr. Farage. This is what people should be voting reform for, but clearly they're not, because they're burying their heads in the sand. I'm just still very frustrated about this whole situation, but yeah, we can't have this softness, we can't have this weakness in our government. Mr. Farage, you are not the man. So it's time to support a genuine political party who can deliver on mass deportations. Support UKIP. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to leave a comment down below, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much for joining me. Have a good day.